My Gavanan Melanine, and well met indeed. I'm Arake Galadirthan, the head of Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we play anew as the dwarves of Khazad-dûm. The great quest for the Misty Mountains, I got there in the end, can begin with us. Now, the only reason I've left this open just to begin with is because whilst there is a long spiel here, it also does tell you what to do. We must move to the town of Dale, my lord, or we shall be late. Baruk Khazâd, Khazad ai-mênu. Axes of the dwarves are upon you.
My lord, march.
Move to Dale. Right, and then we end the turn. That's all you do, unfortunately, at the beginning. Yes. Right, what I was going to say, a problem I've just encountered is I noticed one of the comments said the static has gone, and I could verify the static has gone when I listened to them both. I used my USB adapter in a different USB slot, and there was no problem. So, I've sorted the static issue. But another issue that I now have, that I'll talk about once we get going, because I need to decide what we're doing. We're going to go the Anduin path this time. Accept and select the check mark to take this route. Shall we use the longer and safer northern route? Yes. Which takes us through the Anduin. Well, but the problem I've got now is that I've now tried to play around with the sound so that it's at a level where the microphone's not overpowering, the music's at a good level, and the voice is at a good level. But there are three issues with this, or two issues. The first issue is that when I listen to these back on my headset, the game sound is so much louder than it is when I listen to it on the speakers, which is so baffling to me. It is official. We shall traverse the foothills of the Ered Mithrin and then travel through the Anduin Vale onto Moria. Our dwarves will be safer, but there will still be perils to face along the way. And then there's all the rules of the thing. You can't capture anywhere else. You've got 7 years, blah, 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 blah. Here are some of our new unit cards, looking very nice indeed. Dwarven Engineers, Dwarven Volunteers, Dwarven Miners, Dwarven Travellers, and of course the Dragon Slayers of Ered Mithrin.
Aye.
And we're off.
The men of
It takes
March
bloody ages. And these have all gone to war with each other. But who actually has gone to war with who? That's my question. So I'm enemies with Mordor, Mirkwood, Isengard, Dunland, Misty Mountains, Angmar, Harad. Yeah, no, it is. It fully is, isn't it? It literally is. Every evil nation has gone to war with every good nation. No, it's not. No, it's not. Right, so let me retract that and let me say once and for all. It seems to be that nations have gone to war with their historical enemies or groupings of enemies. So, for example, the Vale of Anduin are not at war with Isengard or Dunland, but they're at war with everyone else. Northern Dunedain are only at war with Misty Mountains and Angmar. So it seems to me as though Baron Samedi has made it so that you go to war with the nations that would historically you would have been at war against. So Rune are at war against Gondor, Dol Amroth, Rohan, Dale. So it's kind of like the coalition of the south and the coalition of the north, and they're at war with them. So you've not gone to war with everyone. You've just gone to war with those around you. But on the flip side as well, is I think the alliances haven't been made yet, but I think nations are now more likely to ally. So, as we've seen when I've played Thranduil's Realm, the dwarves of Erebor initially and immediately asked me for an alliance. Whereas in the past, normally the dwarves of Erebor are notoriously difficult to ally with when you play as Thranduil's Realm, and it normally inevitably always culminates in war. So there's the update on that. Right, so the speakers, they're louder in my head on the speakers, but then on the headset, sorry, but then on the speakers themselves, the sound is pretty bang on. There's a nice contrast between the music, the voice, and my voice.
Aye.
But the other flip side to this is that the music in the battle map is about half as loud as the music on the campaign map, and that seems to be something the game has decided. I don't understand why it does it. So, or just all sound on the campaign map is louder. When you click on your units, like when I click on Balin, he's louder here than units in the battle map are. So it's just a strange one. It's very difficult to get it right, but I think I've struck a nice balance, so do let me know if you agree. My lord, a company of miners has stumbled across our camp. They say a large Snagger force has come down from the mountains. Their dig site was raided. They fled east where they met up with miners who have been attacked. Many did not survive. They ask for our help. To defeat the Snagger force, to avenge their lost ones, and to save other miners in the nearby foothills. The survivors will join our company if we agree to wipe out the Snagger raiders. Do we help them? Of course we do!
The time's
We're dwarves!
come, lads. To arms!
We'll come to the aid of any who need it, especially if they bear our banner and they talk our talk. Oh, and it's misty. Brilliant, brilliant. Pull away. Now, the Balrog could well... I'm just going to warn you all now before we get there, because as this is going to be an hour long, there's... Oh no, the Balrog doesn't come till like turn 50, does he actually? So, which is good. So at least gives you a long time to settle in. Right, don't use those just yet because they're weak. It depends what we're up against. When we've had a look and seen what we're up against, we'll work out who we're going to use. Skirmishers, archers. Oh, bugger. This army has the potential to just destroy us. Oh, I think as far as the game's concerned as well, they think we've attacked them. We're going to need to do something sneaky in order to actually get and close in on them. Also, I could really do with waiting until this fog is cleared, because it's terrible for Archer Fire to be fighting in the fog. Oh, and they're climbing up a steep hill. We can also climb up a steep hill, though. No! Stay where you are, you buggers. You can't change your minds now. I'm manoeuvring to prepare against you. No, they are coming for us. Oh, I can't see anything. Oh, you can kind of clear through the mist if you zoom down a bit. Fire, 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 fire! Oh, javelin, no. They're just the whole army is Snagger archers. Snagger archers and Snagger bloody skirmishers. Oh, with one unit of actual orc bodyguards in the mix there as well. Brilliant. Right, you're going to be, I'm afraid, you're just going to be a unit that I'm just going to use to die. The Snaggers won't attack us until they've run out of javelins, and they won't run out of javelins unless we let them throw them. And until they run out of javelins, they'll continue to skirmish us around the map, and we'll never catch them.
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
I'm sending in to support those Uruk bodyguards. Oh, they're not throwing their javelins at them, they're trying to get at these guys. The mist is clearing, the mist is clearing! And they are now using their javelins. The Snagger archers have run in to melee. Fools. Here come our dragon slayers. Making an immediate impact, but we've crushed them. Oh, look at those snaggers dying.
Good tidings! The enemy general lies dead. We have sent the car to hell. Our men are winning the battle.
There we
If
are.
we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
We've got another unit. Oh, look at them running away, the cowardly dogs. They're now running away as well. We've got some archers that can still fire.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Oh, they're just running away and then regrouping and then... Alright, we should have caught enough of them. It doesn't matter if we're not
Only
trying to
half
catch
the
them.
enemy force remains. The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Well, I want them trapped.
Look how our
Yes!
in all of the
Oh,
victory
thank
we have
goodness.
won here today.
198 Dwarven Travellers, well done. Let's move on. Get that battle out of our minds. Jesus. I hate Snugger. I hate them. Hate them. And any good commander, say a human being, would have decimated my army. They wouldn't have won, because they don't have enough projectiles to do that.
Where to?
But the sheer numbers that they have, and the fact that they can continuously retreat, throw javelins, retreat, throw javelins, it means that they can really do you over when you're playing as the dwarves. But the computer's not good enough to abuse that little tactic, so we just thank our lucky stars and we move on, really.
Aye, forward.
As it is 10,000 subscriber week, I can also tell you that our Age of Empires 2 tournament is well underway. There's and the Steam Brotherhood in the group, Steam Brotherhood of the Swan. There in the discussions tab, there's a tournament list and results thread, and within that you can see who has already won. Oh, Barlin, you idiot! You're in a restricted area.
Aye. Move out.
There we are.
The men have marched still in it. Where to?
Did we get units for that? Did we get given anything? Dwarven miners, didn't we? Or did we? I don't even know. But the first round 2 match has been played as well, and it was between myself and a man called JP. And after 2 hours and 23 minutes of throwing more trash at one another than a rubbish collection team, we came to an end, and I was victorious. I'm very pleased. Very pleased indeed. So that will be the first video that I cover for the tournament, but I'll wait until I've got some other round 2 matches as well, because my hope is that I will do these fairly frequently. The Bjornings are under siege. My lord, our scouts have noticed something to the east. It appears that the mountain orcs are assaulting Bjorn's halls. The Bjornings have helped dwarves in the past, and we should return the favour to ensure the Anduin Vale remains safe. Will we assist the Bjornings? Yeah, go on then. But we're nowhere near the Bjornings.
Onward. The men have marched still.
Don't know how this is going to work. If it's going to jump us into that battle, or if that battle's just going to go ahead and it's as if we never fought it. Oh, do you think we have to go over and attack?
March. I'm gonna
Probably.
stick you.
See what happens. I'm very uncertain, I'm afraid. Somebody did request that I skip out this whole bit of me marching to Moria, but because this is going to be a longer special episode, we're going to get to Moria in this episode easily.
Marching to battle, sire.
And
Attack!
now we're only a few turns away now, so whilst yes it's been about 15 minutes, it might be a quarter to maybe a third of the episode in the march, but then we're there, so it's just not really worth skipping it out. Doesn't it matter enough? We've got some cavalry now to bolster our ranks with, and we're going to use those to our full effect. The Vale Outriders. Once again I take Barlin. And I think we'll use up the miners, because once we get to Khazad-dûm, miners, we can't train them until the barracks event. Right, to keep you updated with the spread the word script, whereby when you play as Khazad-dûm and you spread the word that you've taken it back, you can then train units from some of your allies. Now that hasn't actually been fixed in the files, but what I have done in preparation for this video is I have made it just so that the Hall of the Seven, the building that all the units come from, I've just made that available at the barracks event and taken away any of the spread the word requirements. So as soon as we get to the barracks event, I'll get to train all those units from our allies. And also with all of these new diplomatic stances and the different just a different behaviour in the AI, which seems to be a lot more aggressive if we take my Thranduil's Realm video, there's a strong possibility that this one's going to play out differently to how it went before, no matter what I do. So I'm eager to see that. Ah, there's the Bjornings on the hill. You can just see them. That unit looks like it needs its sprite edited. Oh, no, they're just really bright. Where are you going, Bjorn? Come and get involved, mate. I'm going to act as the anvil here, and then you come in as the hammer. Although I am, first of all, just making sure we get all of our shots off. What are we up against? Goblins, snaggers, and a general. But they're pulling away to attack Anduin. Idiots. Alright. You want to pull away? We're more than happy to do that. No. Gonna get knackered by the time we get there. When I said in the last video as well that Baron Samedi appears to not be doing something, he might well be doing something, as in Dropbox, somebody whose name I do not know, and therefore is likely Baron, has been making changes to our files. And it might just be Baron Samedi's real name. That's the problem. On Dropbox, it often, because it goes off your email, often it will then just link into your Gmail.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
It'll link into your Gmail and it'll just take your whatever your name is there. So my actual name is Edward, so I would appear as Edward. And it might just be that that's what we're seeing. I might just be seeing his whatever his real name is instead of Baron, which may mean that he is actually still fully active. He just hasn't spoken to anyone in a long time. And if that is the case, and if you happen to be watching Baron, I would ask that you do speak to us, either in Total War Center in the forum, just post something, or I know you said you don't use Steam at all, but I tried to add you. I don't know why I'm saying this. You probably weren't watching, but I tried to add you on Steam. But there are something like 17,000 Baron Samdis, and about 1,000 of them live in the Netherlands. So I'm going to need more to go on than just you're the Dutch Baron Samdi. But I was going to message you about that a little while back, but then I thought, oh, screw it. As you said, you don't use Steam anyway. What's the point? Anyway, that's all very irrelevant to all of you. And even to him, he might not even be watching. The Bjornings need our assistance. And we will be giving it readily. Who are they firing their missiles against? No one's in range of them. No, they're routing. Go for it. Hit those snaggers.
The enemy general lies dead.
Veil defenders will
let
hold the line.
Let the crows have his miserable bones, and let our swords have his men.
Oh, perfect charge right into the rear, and a
badly
mass
blooded.
rout ensues.
They have lost half their men.
Well done, Veil defenders, holding the line. I love the Veil Defenders.
Our men are winning the battle.
One of the best
If we
looking
continue
units.
like this, we will smash the enemy.
Well, they are actually a bit rough around the edges, but
the enemy army flees the field.
it's all over. We only lost 5 men. We... We only lost 5 men, and yet we killed 416. And Bjorn only killed 620, and we caught 290. But the golden sword goes to, from our ranks, the Dwarven Travellers. How did they kill so many? Is that just those 2 units of orcs? It is, isn't it? They must combine to have a very high unit number, and we've just taken them all out. Simple as that. Interesting, really. Of course, it is customary of me at this time to talk about Khazad-dûm and tell you what actually happens as we march on our way there. And of course, what actually happens is that Balin, Oin... Is it Oin? Yeah, Oin and Ori are the 3 from the Company of 13 who go on the journey back to Khazad-dûm. And they are warned by pretty much everyone not to go back to Khazad-dûm, but they do anyway. And they take Khazad-dûm quite easily in battle from the Eastern Gate. And they make their way in, and they make their way down, and they begin reclaiming things. They even begin setting up cities and forges and all sorts. They are there for 5 years in total. 5 straight years. Oh, we got an extra unit of Dawning Mercenaries, that's good. But, of course, these 5 years, they don't reclaim the whole of Moria. They only get about halfway in, I think. And they do set up their little colony. And just outside the eastern gate of Moria is a lake. It's called the Mirror Mare. And now within this lake, it's kind of like a fabled location in Dwarven history, as Durin the First, the founding father of the Longbeards. Our lazy scouts have let spies of the mountain orcs escape into their depths. By now the orcs and their chiefs surely know of our intentions. They may even judge me. I imagine then, when you go this way, Moria is going to have a huge garrison. But anyway, the Mirror Mare, the lake, Durin, when he awoke at Gundabad, he wandered for some time alone. There were 7 original fathers of the dwarves, but they were each laid in pairs, save for Durin, who was laid alone, and he's the father of the Longbeards. Which then begs the question, how did he actually create the Longbeards? But I think the general perceived belief may well be that whilst they were kind of the images of them laid alone, I think they did actually have groups of dwarves with them. But they were the first 7 that awoke, and they were dubbed the kings of the individual clans. Because unless Durin had other people with him, he would have died. There were no other dwarves to reproduce with, so he must have had other people with him. But anyway, they wandered for a time, and he came across the Mirror Mare, the lake and the eastern gate of Moria. And he looked into the lake, and it appeared as to him, as he looked down at his reflection, that a crown of stars appeared above his head. And thus he named this as his kingdom, and he founded the Mansions of Moria. But 5 years into the expedition of Balin and company, Balin also heads out to this Mirror Mare lake to look into the fabled waters for himself. And as he does so, he looks into the lake, sees his reflection, and then BAM! He gets shot in the back by an orc archer and he dies instantly. And the orcs then ambush the dwarves that were with Balin, and they force them back inside the city, back into Khazad-dûm. And from that moment on, it is then just a fight. A very futile fight by the dwarves until their complete destruction. At the time of Balin's death, or around the time of Balin's death, or maybe a short while after, some dwarves as well were actually heading to the west gate to see what they could find out over there. And I think that they were led by Oin. And this is where Oin meets his death, as the Watcher in the Water kills almost all of the dwarves who went out west to find out what they could over there. And so the eastern gate Balin gets killed, the western gate either Oin or just a group of dwarves gets killed. And they finally make their stand in the Chamber of Marzabul, which is where Gandalf and company find the dwarves many, many years later. Right, they've got some wargs. Oh, it's not an army of wargs, is it? Oh, bugger, it bloody well is and all. Stop. Pause. Stop. What's the pause button? I found it, don't worry. Right. Dragon Slayers of Ered Mithrin. Form up, Tower Guard. Where are those warriors? Warriors. Warriors, come out to play. I've never even seen that film, but the internet has shown me that clip so much that it is like ingrained into my head. And his voice is so annoying. So annoying. And the reason I know all about that clip is because that's the famous like improvised moments bit, isn't it? Like everyone's favourite improvised moments is the Harrison Ford when he shoots the sword guy in Indiana Jones, and everyone always goes on about how that was improvised and he just couldn't be bothered to do the scene, so he just shot him and they kept it. Hold on, I'm not actually moving them into the right position. That the wargs are all over there. Get a wriggle on, lads. That'd be cracking. We'll use the Bjornings on the left to surprise the enemy. Surprise! Surprise, cockbags! Alright, we're good. Let's get a good run on. So, the expedition to Moria fails, as, well, you all know that anyway, because obviously Gimli discovers them. Now, Gimli and Gloin go to Elrond to find out, actually, what they can about Balin, because it's been some time since Balin has fed back any news of his expedition. So Gimli and Gloin and a few other dwarves have been sent to find out what they can, and they stop off at Imladris on the way. And then they're part of the Council of Elrond. I don't think Elrond summons these people. Other than, he certainly summons the Gondorians. Of course, the elves are already there. And the dwarves, I don't know if he summons them or if... No, he must do. Because he summons Thranduil, or the elves of the Woodland Realm. And obviously, so they're all there. So I think he must also summon the dwarves, but they take the opportunity to also find out what's happening with their expedition. No, wrong button. Okay. If you put them into shield wall, they take virtually no losses from cavalry charges. Also, these wargs over here are about to run into a trap. Stand ready, men of Bjorn. As soon as they know about you, charge them. Tell you what, actually, charge them immediately, and then the other ones might be able to stay hidden. Oh, they're Bolg's champions. What?
The battle is very much in our
What?
favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
The shield wall didn't do anything. But I have it on good authority that a shield wall makes your units virtually immune to charges. Oh, well, that's annoying. They've just ruined them. They've slaughtered them. Well, Bjorn will be shredding them over there, the Bjornings. They won't win that. Well, we've taken losses, which is a shame. Bloody Bolg's champions. Bloody champions. Now, these are warg skirmishers, I didn't realise either. Fight what you can. Kill what you can. Someone swing at them. Bring down the banner carrier. Ah. They're going to charge at us again, aren't they? Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's just beat them to it. Cavalry!
Our men are winning the battle. The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
How many have we lost? 15%, they were saying. Gear take. Bail Outriders. Now is the time. Good curl.
The enemy general lies dead.
27
Let the
orcs.
crows have his miserable bones, and let our swords have his men.
Down to 25. We've got routing. It's all over, end it.
All of the victory we have won here
284,
today.
that's so much. Casualties inflicted are terrible. How have they ran? How have they ran? That's not good English. How have they run away already? Look at we barely killed anyone. 78 by the Dwarven Travellers, though. Oh, I do hate wargs. I was so adamant that the shield wall defends you from those kind of attacks. And apparently it doesn't. Everything I think I know about the game has just been changed. Bloody joke it is.
Glory and honour. An honour, my lord. Aye, my liege.
We're almost there. Dun 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 dun. The Age of Empires 2 tournament. My hope is there'll be, I think, in total 14 matches from round 2 to the final. And my hope would be to try and do them, ideally, if I can get all the files in, one each day. I know that's an overload of videos, but it's a one-off. It's a tournament. It's a one-off tournament. But what I might do, so that it covers just 7 days, is only record, actually, the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals. That'll probably be better as well, actually, because then I'm not overloaded. I'm a staunch believer that too many videos a week actually harms your progression and your channel in general. Again, that comes from what I think and I feel. It's just too much. You just can't watch it all. And given that no one's going to be just subscribed to you, are they? I mean, I'm subscribed to about 15 different channels, and I look through them to see what I want to watch. And when your channel's a bit more specific, such as mine, and not like something like Watch Mojo, where it's like they're trying to cater to 12 million people, people would obviously come to me to watch. Whilst this is a different campaign to Gondor or Thranduil's Realm, they are essentially the same thing, aren't they? So watching, I don't think I would be able to watch like 2 of these in a day or something like that, which is why I try and do the daily thing. And if I would like to ideally never do 1 per day, I'd always like to have at least a day off. Not for me, but for the channel itself. I just think it's better to slow progression rather than fast progression. The journey has been long, but now the time has come. Khazad-dûm is an immense city, and therefore will take time to rid the halls of the orc stench. We start with our assault at the eastern gate. We must assault the gate immediately, catching the goblins off guard. We know not whether Durin's Bane will be awaiting us inside, but we shall not let any creature get in our way. Baruk Khazâd. Khazad ai-mênu.
My king.
Now here comes the fun of trying to actually besiege. Right, what does lie inside? That no challenge. It'll be ours before the dawn. Why was I talking about 2 videos? Oh, because the Age of Empires are going to saturate the channel. There'll be 2 videos each day, because I won't stop the continuation of every other campaign. There'll just be an additional Age of Empires tournament video on that day. And in an attempt to not overdo it, I think I am going to take the executive decision right now, right here, to only record the 4 quarter-final matches, the 2 semi-final matches, and the final match. Additionally, as well, that will also get rid of the... Like, I was given a game today, Arvaduim beat Dwarf Lord, and Dwarf Lord put up a fight, but with the greatest of respect to Dwarf Lord, he didn't really. Arvaduim's first assault won the game. You know, it was over really quickly, and those kind of matches aren't that great to watch. You want to watch the ones where the other person has a chance. So getting through round 1 and 2 and then getting to the quarters will get it down to those who will really present. Now, should we assault the bugger or should we wait? I think we should just assault. We find out what their defenses are like. Oh, bugger off! I didn't even get to save it. Oh. Oh, the autosave will count as a save, won't it? We haven't done anything else this turn. I want to round out my save file names. I think they look good. Now, how's Moria going to work with the pathfinding fix? Now we find out that all the changes I made to make the mountains around the side look really weird are going to actually now mean that you can again walk around the side. I should have tested that really, shouldn't I? But I doubt it. I very much doubt it. Because before, obviously the pathfinding problem was just that you could walk up incredibly steep paths. And now that you can't walk up steep paths, it'll probably be even harder to fight here. But we're going to go for it. We're just going to absolutely mash for it. We're going to throw everyone in as fast as possible and gain as much ground as possible. We've got to get across that bloody bridge. So best foot forward. Take our best units first. Worst units behind. Don't actually need a ram, so drop that. Cavalry, you're the only thing that we'll keep out for some time because you're not that great. And we don't want to get Barling killed before we've even arrived. Pause. Apologies for the horrific camera in Moria, but such is life. It's not necessarily Moria per se, but the game in general. Oh, it's going to do it again, isn't it? No! Where's the bridge? If you can get on the bridge, yeah, it lets you go across, no problem. Alright, run in here. I want you three to smash your way across. And then we'll bring up the reserves. We are also going to all run. Apart from Barlin and the cavalry, because there's no point in them running because we don't need them yet. The rest of you, you can get a jog on. The enemy is not moving to secure the bridge. Fascinating. That's a very foolish decision on their part. Alright then, if they're not going to secure the bridge, then we'll just charge straight across. Wrong button. Run. Oh, they're not even coming at us now. Oh, you fools. No point in running now. We've made it. We've made most of the battle is already out of the way because they've not pushed down to the bridge itself. Oh, that's an interesting little bug. Well, they all just kind of pop up onto that next level, don't they? Is the enemy moving yet? Still not moving yet. Dragon Slayers, now is the time! Dragon Slayers have hit in and the Bjornings start pressing. Oh, that's actually quite a useful view, really, isn't it?
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
On hubbub! Apologies, that was rather out of nowhere. Oh dear. These tactical situations just get me. I can tell you now, actually, speaking of tactical situations and getting to me, obviously we're doing the Age of Empires tournament. I've even banged on about it in this campaign. And today, my match was a round 2 match, but I played it today. And I was so nervous yesterday. I genuinely spent a day in being nervous, almost perpetually, about an Age of Empires tournament. How outrageous is that? Foolish, you might say. I just wanted to win. I don't think I'll go much further though. Depends on who, some of the unknowns that might now make it through. Because we've had quite a few people sign up to the tournament who have never played Age of Empires games with us before. And many of them haven't even gotten back to the people they're playing against yet. So we're probably going to get quite a few free passes where some people just aren't showing up. there we are. We've carved the Black Oryx in half so that we can go up the hill. Oh, they're running away, the cowards. Alright, here we go. We've arrived. The shield wall moves. You guys are pressing through. You're our puncher. Push the enemy back. Come on. Alright, now you can stop. Really do with you just surging in behind the... Need to support the Dragon Slayers. And there we are, we've got them. And that's it, that's the best I can give it. I can give it an on Habab though. Archers if you can fire anything, I mean, even if it's just arcing shots through the ceiling and then out into the open air and then back through the ceiling again, then please. What's the ratio? 24% plays 8%. Look at that, just look at it. What have we got in there that they got in there that we might fear? The Uruk defenders are actually quite good, so there's those. The heavy goblin halberds are going to be a bit of a problem, but Dwarven morale is so good, and their armor's good, and the Dragon Slayers are one of the best units in the game. They're certainly in that category, so they should be able to do a lot of damage. Stat now, 28 plus 10. It's just going to be a slog. It's going to be an utter slog to the finish. Can you fire at stuff, actually? I'd really like you to shoot those archers at the back. Pull together. Oh, our archers are now firing. Oh, good. There are so many enemies that the arrows will be hitting someone, so it will do quite a bit of damage, actually. That's perfect firing, in fact. Can't really see him. We've got our nice arrowhead. The more ground we take, the better, because, as I say, our units are better than theirs. Much better than theirs. And the Heavy Goblin Halberd really is the only thing that might threaten us. I lied as well. I thought it would only take about 15 minutes to get to Moria. And here we are at the 45th minute and we're still fighting to take the city. Going to take a lot longer than anticipated. Or than I anticipated, I suppose is a better word there. I trust you all. Well, I don't trust, that's so presumptuous. I hope you all enjoyed the Battles Part 4 lore video for the Pelennor Fields and the Hornburg. I get a lot of comments on the lore videos. So far, very few saying I've said anything particularly wrong. In fact, none really. I mean, an amendment perhaps by Wolfson, but which is good. But then the Hornburg and the Pelennor Fields are very well publicised battles. It's difficult to say something particularly wrong. Sorry, I've yawned. 42% plays 25%. And again, there really is nothing else I can give it. I mean, I could run Barlin in, but it's not really going to do anything, is it? You could try and punch deeper, but look, they're so spread out. Everyone is spread out.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Except for the Dragon Slayers, who are well and truly punching through the enemy line. Their general's in there somewhere as well, but I couldn't tell you where. He has all bodyguards, doesn't he? I wonder if he's near the front. How the Bjorning's doing. How they're doing well. It's such a delicate balance. I don't really want to change anything. I don't really want to adjust to anything. What are they doing as well? But our archers are getting some kills, which is nice. There are a few dead at the back here who've fallen to arrow fire. Pop it up to ×2. Half of them have died, 30% of us have died.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy. Only half the enemy force remains.
Some of our units are getting very tired now, though. Is that an orc bodyguard in there? Oh, look, they're over here. Orc bodyguards. Oh, is that some units running away? No, what are they doing? Our archers have finished. I want everyone to surge forth. Ah, look, we're surrounding them now. We're actually getting around the edges. Oh, we're really getting around the edges.
The battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Oh, well done. Keep going, keep going. Someone made a space clear enough for Barlin, because we could get him to come up here on the edge. We can get him to flank. I don't really think it's worth it. I don't want to risk losing Barlin in this assault. We've only got 8 Dragon Slayers. The Dragon Slayers have paid with their lives to reclaim our ancient home. There's 100 halberds still left alive. That's going to be a problem.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead. We have set the cur to hell. The battle is very much in our favour.
Now is the time.
If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Oh, of course they can't run away because they're in the square. There is nowhere to flee to. So they might fight to the death, but fighting to the death means you put up virtually no fight. You just die, really. As we surround them, we get more hits on each man. The advantage goes our way. Barlin, I think you are going to be needed. Come and get involved, mate.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
I'm sorry that that doesn't have a sound when it blows. We will look into that. Well, I don't have any sound knowledge at all. There's Barlin, Father Christmas, ploughing through the lines. No, Barlin, the point of you coming and getting involved was to not actually get involved, but just to use your bodyguard. So if you could not personally get involved, I'd appreciate that. Where are you now? Where are you now? Good, standing slightly behind. 92% of them. Oh, it is all over. Where are the heavy goblin halberds? Down to 50. Archers, you can get involved now as well. got more reserves. Comes down to it at last. This brutal slog.
My lord, our men are in control of the city.
Soon to be over. Soon to be over. Took us half our time necessary, and we lost 70% of our force. The final man, I believe, has just fallen.
This is a clear victory.
Oh, thank goodness for that. The death toll is catastrophic. We must bow to their wishes. You must contact me. Oh, Radher, you put up a fight, friend. 704 of the 2,000 we killed were claimed by the Dragon Slayers of Ered Mithrin. That is outrageous. Such strength in a single unit. 704! They killed almost half of the enemy on their own. Nothing came near to their death toll. Ah, that's outrageous. That's so outrageous. And we don't get them anymore. They're an Erebor only unit. I think, anyway. They're AOR, even for Erebor. They only come from Dane's halls. So. Success!
Victory! A most noble conquest, sire.
Oh, I really want to sack it to get a bit of money. Yeah, go on. New seat of power. Misty Mountains reached. Relations report. Oh, our relations with the realm of the Galathrim has just improved. Now comes the fun. The inevitable debt. I can't really afford to put anyone in here, but cavalry are not useful in defensive sieges, so you can go to the fort.
Onward.
But we made it. We made it. We made it. Let's just give it a save, just for caution's sake. 4. Main. Semicolon. KD. Let's call it Khazad. I don't like the 2-word one. Save game. Game saved. End the turn. And we've done it. We've arrived. Khazad-dûm is ours. Khazad-dûm West remains in the hands of the orcs. See, that's another reason why splitting the settlement was such a good idea, because it adds to the role-playing element. The dwarves, the city was so big, it did take them this long to clear it out. It took them... They only made it about halfway, even at the peak of the expedition's power. The enemy has sieged us. Oh, what on earth? Hello. Now, that crash, I believe, was created because the game did not like the scripted event it needed to generate for Khazad-dûm. The conditions it needs to generate the Khazad-dûm requirements don't really work if you're under siege, and I think that's what caused that problem, because I've just loaded the autosave and it actually completed that end turn, and here we are. And as you can see, we've just gained Oin. Our army has completely changed composition, and the Khazad-dûm West has just fallen to rebels, which is another interesting one. I'm not entirely certain what or why it does that.
Stick you, my lord.
But
Aye, my king. Marching to battle,
I believe that's why it just crashed.
Aye, starting with the siege.
Why can't we repair? I thought that needed to be repaired. So it's just a little problem with the system of the campaign. And nothing more? Right, should we get some map information?
Of course.
'Tis good to see you, my friend. How can we help?
How can that be demanding? I mean, come on.
I must say, we are... Until we meet again.
Of course. Nobody wants map information with us.
Yes, sire. My king.
Until we have some regions to actually give them. Some information to actually add to their little repertoire. Oh, hello, Imladris. What the hell is Imladris doing out this early? Shouldn't you be tucked up in your elven citadel, dancing around and writing songs or something? Hi, Lord Barin. Balin. New mission. Send an emissary. Yeah, alright, I'll try and do that.
Aye, my king.
I've got 5 turns to send an emissary, but
Opening
he's going to go all the way around. Oh, and you're not going to get through there either. Oh, that was a bad mistake. That's 2 turns.
I'll continue to move.
Alright, try and get through Zagkala then.
My lord.
What does Britta actually have, this famed general in here? Orc looters. Oh, right, wow. We can train the Zenith Guard, Dwarven Volunteers. Oh, because we haven't got... Where do the... what am I looking for? Town Guard, Dwarven Volunteers, Dwarven Sentries, Sons of the Fallen. Who are you? Dwarven Engineers. You come from something totally different, don't you? What do you come from? Yes, the Ironmongers, of course. Rather than the farm, their melee unit comes from the smithy, which I think is a good addition. Right, Dragon Slayers of Ered Mithrin. You did very well, and 49 of you survived. That's really good. Khazad-dûm Reclaimers, you're just costing us money. You go into there. Bjornings, you're just costing us money. You go into there.
Aye, sire.
You join up with Owain and take back.
Closing on the enemy. Aye, sire. Is it time to assault the
Oh,
walls?
God's sake. 3 turns. Take those as well. That would drop that down to
Marching
a
to
turn.
battle, sire.
March!
Along.
Yeah.
Marching to engage the enemy.
Awaiting your command.
Are we actually losing money? Yes, we're straight up losing money. Even with them in there. Can't believe Mlat just got rid of those. Have they come to take Khazad-dûm West, do you think? Also, I'm totally uncertain why the West just rebelled. That must just be a side effect, I suppose, of maybe something in the scripting's a bit off. I mean, it's a minor problem if it is a problem. The fact that this campaign works is just so good. Oh, the Lord of Isengard. The Lord of Isengard is dead. How have the Ents... And 22 to... What? But we didn't get a message saying... We didn't get a message saying that the Ents have risen up. Interesting. Very interesting. Something's gone on, something's happened there as well. Look into that. But we'll have a little look what's going on elsewhere. Khand have taken Tir-Athraid. Harad have taken Tir-Thoros. Gondor's time ticks away. Isengard and Rohan are a little stalematy, but Isengard have just gained their... We've just lost our capital. Here's our army. So that's not going to bode well for Rohan. Have Enid Wythe chosen an enemy yet? Dunland are at war with everyone. They're at war with absolutely everyone. Enid Wythe have not taken an ally nor an enemy yet, so they are a wild card. The Dunlendings are right up at Bree, but the Northern Dunedain got Mengelin. Angmar are doing a lot better. It should be noted that... Oh no, the changes I made didn't go into this campaign actually. Alright, thank you very much for the Toggle Fog of War. Let's take back the West.
Closing on the enemy.
Close. And now we can finally use our first save for this one. 4. Battle. Khazad. Save. Game saved. Fight the battle on
Time's
the
come,
battlefield.
lads. For the king!
Start deployment. Welcome to Western Moria. Apologies for the grass. It's annoying that you need a battering ram when you don't need a battering ram for this map.
Our soldiers have proved their worth today. The enemy's walls belong to us now.
What does their general look like? Oh, cool. That is cool. Where's this guy come from, and what does he normally like? Is that the Anduin Captain? Is that a new model for the Anduin Captain? He's nodded, so he's agreeing. Ah, there's the western side, the much easier side to defend. I think, anyway. I think the bridge of Khazad-dûm just causes problems. Oh, right, well, let's speed it up. This one's going to be over quickly. Owain will be taking control of this battle and succeeding. Where is Owain? He's one of those. Oh, there he is, with a black cape. There's no need to run. Just march through the halls. Oh, it's at ×6, I can't speed it anymore. Speed up, you buggers. I don't want to make them run. It's just there's no point. But then, does it matter anyway? The Zenith Guard are going to ruin these Orc looters. Yeah, go on. What the hell? Just run in. You guys, you might as well just stand still. We'll send in the Dragon Slayers. We can't retrain the Dragon Slayers, so the faster we kill them off the free, the more money we'll get. We've arrived in the hall, in the cavern.
Our men are winning the battle.
Of course
if we continue like this, we will smash the enemy. Only half the enemy force
that
remains.
Was brutal. Just charge them in and then all the orcs around them just fall. Oh, they've got a nice little golden rim around there.
Our men
silver
are in
rim.
control of the city.
Only
The
4
enemy
orcs
general
left.
lies dead.
He
This
was
is a
standing doing
clear
nothing, wasn't he?
victory.
He just stood there and did sod all while the men around him died. You just can't trust orcs. Cannot trust them. Turin Taramba.
Aye, victory! Well done,
Is there anything
men.
we can't use being dwarven? No, we use everything that they use, don't we? Bum ba ba dum bum. We can repair our wall though. Right, Dragon
Okay.
Slayers, you go and join the
Onward.
fort as well. Now we should be making money. Yes, we are. Alright, we'll give it a few more turns. Oh, I didn't move my diplomat. I want to try and get towers up as fast as I can so that we can see the threats around us. This is longer than an hour at the moment, isn't it? This turn will be the last, then I'll do that. Make this the last turn. No, spank you. Angmar's might. The iron crown of Angmar still casts a pall of awful shadow, and mist in the lands about the fell peaks and spines of Khazad-dûm. Ever southwards the dread travels, and a world broken once by the ice grip of steel-bound claws feels again its withering touch. The Iron Crown's shadowed tendrils seek out and destroy the weakness they find hiding ever still within the lands it broke before. It will break them again. This time no wretch shall escape its scorn. Silvertine walls. Oh, we finally cleansed the upper levels of Khazad-dûm. From the hordes of goblins we look now upon the... Stop thinking that the end of a line is a pause. We finally cleanse the upper levels of Khazad-dûm from the hordes of goblins, and we look now upon the great Silvertine walls which mark our city's western gateway. Our scouts have reported some suspicious activity deep in the mines below the city, though, so we must stay vigilant. Wars and wizards, we've brought shame to all those who doubted us, blah 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 blah. Sent a diplomat to visit the northern dude, and Tharkoon was asking the government range.
Can I be of service?
Can I be of service?
Sire. I cannot go there, sire.
Why can't you get through there?
That's not possible.
I'm going to cheat him. I don't even
You
care.
are
He's a bloody
mistaken,
diplomat.
Sire. That's not possible, sire.
Show-
I cannot go there, sire.
Cursor, stat, move, character. What are you, Ori? 249373. There we are.
I'm a king. That's not possible, sire. I must stop here, sire.
Doing anything? No, we can't do anything. Right, so that will conclude the episode. So I do thank you for watching, as ever, with all of them that's gone ahead. The final episode of the 10k week of the normal videos will go up tomorrow, stainless steel. And then, of course, hopefully next week or the week after, you'll start seeing the first of the quarterfinals of the Age of Empires tournament. And I'll bring you 7 videos, 4 quarters, 2 semi-finals, and the final. And that will be all of it. So until we speak again, dear friends, Navarre den Penimad Melonin for the dwarves, and farewell.